We tip our hats to the innovators, to those who break boundaries, disregard the status quo, and work hard to shape the future. So we designed a product for people on the cutting edge, those with never-ending work and unpredictable hours. With the Swedish Chef Oven, cooking is no longer an event. Until now, a user had to be physically present to operate an oven or stovetop. But our on-the-go users don't have time to come home during lunch to put a meal in the oven. They deserve an oven that can be controlled remotely. In addition to its smooth touchscreen interface, our oven can heat or cool food and has 3 compartments that can be heated or cooled to separate temperatures. It has a mobile app from which users can begin, track, or alter cooking processes remotely. The app provides live access to the oven's camera, which shows the cooking progress. With this product, a user can place a frozen pizza in the oven before work and set a desired time of completion. The oven will keep it frozen, alert the user before preheating, and provide an option to cancel the program if the user's plans have changed. If so, the oven will keep the pizza frozen. If not, our user will then have a perfectly cooked pizza when they get home. And if traffic is worse than expected, our user can reduce the heat to keep the pizza warm after it's finished cooking. After setting guidelines for functionality, each group member set out designing an interactive prototype of the mobile app. This prototype, designed by Kelly Rigg, excels in the straightforward process of starting a program in the oven. The steps are Program, Start New Program, Food Type, Oven Temperature, Cook Time, Time Completed, Date, Start, End. The next prototype, designed by Gianna Hall, contains expandable menu options with drop-down screens for easier navigation. Some options within this app are beginning a new program, viewing the progress of the current meal, changing the oven temperature, canceling a current meal, changing notification settings, adding or editing favorites, etc. This prototype, designed by Paige Phillips, contains the same menu options as the oven's interface, which helps with continuity. It contains options to start or cancel a program, clean the oven, set the temperature, cook time, and time of completion for a quick start function. Paige considered the first-time registration of a user, referring the user to a code in the oven's manual that would connect them to their exact oven. Our final prototype, designed by Will Moritz, champions a visually appealing interface with all options accessible from a single screen. His prototype best features the use of the camera and allows for a user to see the time and temperature of the current meals in progress, choose or add a new favorite, change the temperature of the oven, and change notification settings, among other things. We tested all 4 prototypes on the same group of users in order to acquire the most direct comparisons and obtain information on how we could combine the strengths of various prototypes to construct a successful revision. Caleb enjoyed the interface and navigation of Will's prototype, but wished there were a greater differentiation between the clock and timer icons. He found Paige's prototype nice, simple, and self-explanatory, but felt that the testing process was hindered due to some of the buttons not going to correct screens. For Gianna's prototype, he liked that it was easy to navigate, but he felt that the 2 of the menu options could have been consolidated. Caleb was unable to test Kelly's prototype. Jackie enjoyed clicking through the buttons and liked the look of Will's app, but was unsure how to stop a pre-existing meal. She liked the simplicity of Paige's interface, but felt that the first prototype had better structure. Like Caleb, this user felt that the current and final temperatures should be shown under the Current Meals tab instead of on their own tab in Gianna's prototype. Jackie found Kelly's app to be very straightforward with regards to setting a new program, but wasn't sure if there were any other functions available in this prototype. John was pleased with the clean, uncluttered look of Paige's prototype, but wished that a favorites button could be added. He liked the color differentiation of the drop-downs in Gianna's app, but didn't like the typeface used in this prototype. He was instantly impressed with the visual appeal of Will's prototype, but wanted a more obvious way to cancel a meal in progress. John was unable to test Kelly's prototype. Danielle liked the structure of Paige's app, finding it self-explanatory and easy to navigate, but thought it didn't have much information on what was actually in the oven. For Will's, she really liked the prototype's display of what is actually being cooked in the oven, but was concerned about the method for setting temperatures. She did like the structure of Gianna's app and found it easy to understand and navigate, but the previous app was nicer visually. For Kelly's prototype, she liked the direct progression from step to step, but she was left wondering what else was possible from the app. All of the users were drawn to the crisp aesthetic of Will's prototype, but also liked navigational aspects of more text-based prototypes. A successful revision will include both. Some users highly valued very specific functions, such as a cleaning option or the ability to cancel a meal in progress. One user strongly preferred having everything laid out in one screen without having to go into various pages or tabs. One oversight is that most of our apps allowed for the user to change the temperature from their phone, but none had an obvious way to change the cook time of a meal in progress. Users could cancel a meal, but could not edit the cook time and temperature if something was cooking faster than expected. Overall, the users seemed very excited about the idea of the product and its corresponding mobile application.